Matt Cardona is literally the chameleon of pro wrestling. He can do it all with a smile on his face.
Come on, you guys can be louder than that. Archer Canada! Archer Canada sucks!
You're not wrong. Not wrong.
In fact, all of Canada sucks.
Well, now hold on a second.
Well,
I know what you're thinking, but Matt, you married a Canadian! Yeah, and then I made the move to the greatest country in the world, the United States of America!
Again, he's not wrong.
And I can't wait to go back to the good old USA, but I have a match tonight. One-on-one with Tarik.
his name is Tarik.
You feel Tarik, huh? You guys have it? He's the face of this company, right? Undefeated, he's got the briefcase, right? He is no Matt Cardona. He is no Indy God. But tonight, this will not be an ordinary match because I am not an ordinary superstar. I am a goddamn special attraction. So this match will be a special attraction, Matt Cardona Street Fight.
Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah.
Business just picked up, George.
To all you great Canadians, why the USA is the greatest country in the world, and why I am the Indy God.
Matt Cardona with some big words here ahead of his main event. It's now a street fight, George. It's about to get violent. The holder of the Reach for Destiny briefcase is here. Tarik getting ready for a big main event street fight against one of the biggest stars on the planet. Tarik has gone one-on-one with some of the very best North America has to offer here in Destiny. And now, going one-on-one with Matt Cardona for the very first time. This might be the biggest test Tarik has faced since joining Destiny.
It definitely very well may be that biggest test. You're 100% right. But here's one thing Matt Cardona didn't bite on when he said it was going to be a street fight. You're in there with a man whose name is literally punch, kick, chop. Now you're going to add weapons to that? I think Matt Cardona made a big mistake when he stepped in this ring, because Tarik is Canada personified. And Tarik's about to teach the Indy God exactly what it's like to get punched in the face by a Canadian.
These fans here very much behind Tarik. A man who lives and breathes Destiny World Wrestling. And there it is, we're getting started, it's official. Just listen to that, George.
This roof is about to blow in this arena.
Cardona
He's taking a
rolling
break.
to the outside already.
Well, he's waiting. It's a street fight, it's legal. He's gonna get weapons and stuff. He's just doing what he's gotta do.
And it's very understandable. And Tarik just awaiting Matt Cardona to re-enter this ring. Tarik very, very patient here. Now Cardona. We're gonna see them lock up here. There it is. Tarik control of that wrist there. As Cardona grabs a hold of that top rope, Brad Myers forcing Tarik to break the hold.
I mean, technically, though, it's a street fight. Is rope breaks legal in a street fight?
I mean, that's the case. Could just be a force of habit for Brad Myers here. I mean, it was just a couple of moments ago we found out this is a street fight.
These Oshawa fans giving the Indy God a piece of their mind.
Again, for those watching at home, a street fight's rules are very simple. You can use anything you find at ringside. Kendo sticks, tables, doors, steel chairs. The only rule is this: the pinfall or submission must take place within the confines of the squared circle.
Absolutely, and also, all those things you listed, most likely under the ring.
Very much so. There's always a big toy box of weapons under that ring, isn't there?
I feel like the ring itself is a toy box.
Oh, very much so. Cardona off the ropes. Tarik up and over, right into an arm drag from Mr. Punch Kick Chop. Matt Cardona was not expecting this when he got off the plane this morning here in Canada.
Well, according to what he said in his little speech earlier, he wasn't expecting to be in Canada at all.
Well, I mean, he did post to social media early. Oh! Frankensteiner from Tarik taking Cardona all the way to the outside once again. And he's asking for a timeout.
He wants a mic.
I don't have a mic.
Oh, we got a mic. There it is. I don't know.
I don't know how any of this works. Is that it? Did I turn it on?
No.
George, I'm not good at this shit.
There we go, it's on.
There it is.
Guys, 1, 2.
No, it's not on. Neither of us can figure it out.
I can't figure it out.
Cardona, I think he's going home. I think he's done with Tarik.
You can't be done in a street fight.
Tarik giving chase now as they're fighting right out there by the Tron. And I think we're about to lose sight of them, George.
Absolutely, it's a street fight. Anything's gonna go. They're going all over the place right now.
Now Tarik trying to bring Cardona back to the good people of Oshawa. Brad Myers trying to tell both competitors to get back in the ring, but that's all he can do. He can't count them out. He can't do anything. All he can do is remind them it must end in the ring, gentlemen. Tarik, that overhand shot there, sending Cardona reeling, forcing him to use that barricade to keep himself vertical.
Right now, Tarik is giving an education to the Indy God in exactly why his name is Punch Kick Chop.
Very much so. Now Tarik once again with that overhead shot. Some of the most vicious haymakers I've ever seen.
How Tarik is not on TV screens every single week blows my mind.
I can't disagree with that myself. Tarik now asking for a little bit of crowd participation, it might seem.
No, I think he's pretty good about just going around the world and punching Matt Cardona in front of people.
Tarik now talking a little bit of smack, something he does so well. But Tarik is known for talking with his fists. Back into the ring goes Cardona. And now Tarik.
Oh, here we go.
Tarik looking for the very first piece. That's a steel chair. He got two of them going in that ring. And what else does Tarik have in mind here as he circles?
Well, he's not circling. He's just picking from the toy box, Kevin.
Yes.
Okay, don't get heated.
I'm not heated. I'm fine.
Oh, really?
I'm fine. Hey, it's a door, George! It's a goddamn door! Things are about to get spicy here in Oshawa.
That's an expensive door, too. Those are like fine, polished doors, okay?
It's the fancy wood, as I've heard you say in the past.
Fancy wood, yes. It's $10 more door.
It is, yeah. Makes it a bit more dangerous. Now Cardona having a hard time getting back. Oh! It was all a bamboozle, it seemed.
Oh, I like that bamboozle. It was also illegal. Oh!
A shoulder tackle right through that door at the hands of the Deathmatch King.
And this is Cardona's wheelhouse. He baited Tarik. He made Tarik feel confident. And now we're about to be in Cardona's funhouse.
Hooks the outside leg, kick out from Tarik. You know, I was talking to Cardona a little earlier. He gave me a brief moment of his time, and I said, how do you feel about Tarik going to this match? He's undefeated. He's beaten everyone in front of him. Cardona said he's never met the Indy guy. And that was it. He walked away. Matt Cardona, very confident coming into this match against Destiny's very best.
Oh!
On a very Rick Rude-esque neck breaker, but not enough to put Tarik away.
You gotta wonder if that FU was to the ref or to the city of Oshawa.
It could have been a bit of both. Could have been to Tarik. Could have been to you and me here at ringside.
No, never me.
Never you.
No. I respect the Indy God. I know what he's about.
I mean, we may respect him, but does he respect us back? I don't know.
I don't know about you, but I feel pretty respected.
Do you?
I got a pitcher.
Okay, fair.
Did you get a pitcher?
I didn't try.
I did.
Oh, and Tarik on spaghetti legs there.
And look at this, Cardona. And it's all legal, Kevin. All of it.
Now pushing Brad Myers away, telling him, I don't give up. That's one of the things about Tarik that's given him so much respect.
And with all the negative energy in this building right now, if Tarik loses tonight, if Matt Cardona hands Tarik his first loss since returning to Destiny, this building will riot.
Cardona about to use that chair, driving it into the gut of Tarik, and right onto the spine of Mr. Punch Kick Chop.
Matt Cardona just waving to the crowd, letting them know, hey guys, I'm number one.
Oh, Tarik trying to get back up. Oh! That chair directly back into the cranium of Mr. Always Ready, and he was not ready for that.
Oh, I like that. Well, I get you're really on fire tonight with the punts.
I have my moments.
You do. They're not a lot of them, but you do have them. Yeah.
No, well, thanks, George.
Well, I'm being
I thought we were friends.
We are friends, but I got to be honest. Well, as the crowd gives my co-host counting lessons, Matt Cardona is all over the place, and he may be ready for a nap.
And now Tarik hitting those kicks, stopping a mud hole in the chest of Matt Cardona. And now we know what's coming next. It's punch, it's kick, and now it's time for phase 3 of Tarik's plan.
Here we go!
No, not Brad! Pulling Brad out of the way, giving Cardona the opportunity to get back on top.
Vintage Cardona.
Hooks the outside leg, and a kick out from Tarik.
We talked about Gabriel Fuerza and his dirty bag of tricks. You gotta give props to the Indy God, man. This man is on another level of trickery. I love it.
I mean, he calls himself the Indy God, and there's not many people out there that would dispute that fact, George.
This is a man who had a resurgence, let go, released from one of the upper echelon companies, decided I'm not gonna take this laying down, rebuilt himself, rebranded himself, went out there and put in the work. His story only mirrors one other person. You know what that other person is?
I have an idea of who you're gonna say.
Cody Rhodes.
Exactly. Matt Cardona reinvented himself. He bet on himself, and it paid off in spades. Now here he is, taking those shots to Tarik. Almost mocking Tarik, using his own repertoire against him. On Tarik! Oh! Cardona might have just cracked his skull off that mat.
Definitely bells are ringing. He may be seeing little birdies swirling around his head right now. Tarik creating the separation. But here's the thing, Kevin. Can he build on it?
Well, I mean, we've seen it before. We've seen Tarik pull victory just out of nowhere. And these two have just been very evenly matched so far within this match. Both up to their feet now. Tarik with a clothesline taking down Cardona once again. Cardona now.
Oh!
Time chop! Caving in. That chest of his. Tarik right into an elbow from Cardona. Cardona might have been thinking radio silence there. Tarik now with the pre-workout elbow. Springboard off with a disaster kick.
Vintage Tarik. He
now,
caved in Cardona's chest like it was rubble. Here we go.
Now we've seen this before. Air Tarik connects.
He just sent Matt Cardona on a first-class flight back to the United States.
Tarik now going up top. Could we be seeing that heat-seeking elbow drop? And there it is!
Got it!
Right to the heart of the Indy God. Hooks the leg. Kick out from Cardona.
Matt Cardona calls himself the Indy God for a reason. Takes a lot more to put a god away.
Tarik with a steel chair in hand. What does he have planned for his opponent here tonight?
Tarik doesn't just want to win this match, Kevin. Tarik wants to make a statement to the indie wrestling world. No. To the wrestling world. Tarik wants to say, I just slayed a god. Now I know I'm unstoppable.
Tarik now up onto that middle rope. And Cardona! Tarik's legs went completely al dente there. And now, there it is! Hits that boot, driving that chair right into the face of Tarik, hooks the outside leg, and a kick out from Mr. Punch Kick Chop.
Unbelievable. You have seen, the wrestling world has seen Matt Cardona put away opponents with that very maneuver. And Tarik digs down deep. He finds that second gear and he kicks out. What an incredible match right now we are witnessing here at Destiny Wrestling.
I mean, we already know it, and I think Cardona is starting to learn now. Tarik is just built differently. Radio silence attempt. Tarik saw it coming. And no, Brad! No! And the pump kick connects from Tarik, takes him up, and drops him with the detonation kick when there's no one to make the cow charge. Brad Myers, the senior official here, has been knocked out cold. And Tarik could have just pinned a bona fide star.
Hold on, Cardona's slithering over like a snake to the corner.
Tarik
He's got that title in his hand.
Brad Myers, but now the championship in hand, right to the cranium of Tarik, and radio silence connects. Tarik's streak might be over, George. And here comes Harry D to make the count. And he kicked out. He kicked out.
Matt Cardona hits Tarik with the title, hits him with radio silence. And what does Tarik do? He says, no, not today, not in my house.
Cardona starting to learn that Tarik is not just an indie wrestler. Tarik is the heart and soul of Destiny.
Oh no, you don't put hands on Harry D.
Don't do it. Don't do it. No! And who else do we have, George?
Ken.
I don't know.
I don't know if Ken's gonna come out here, but we got Ken.
After what we've just seen here, Ken is probably packing up and heading home.
I would say that's probably a fair bet.
Cardona now searching under the ring for something.
Brad Myers
another
now
door
starting to stir. Harry D. Both of these refs down in insurmountable amounts of pain. Tarik in the corner getting some much needed recovery time. Oh no.
That's a work of art right there.
Yes, that is art. Thank you. Not the other kind of art.
What would you say if I told you Rajan Husher painted that?
He did not. Don't you even say that.
Do you know that he didn't?
Do you know that he did?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
So neither of us have the answer to that question.
Neither of us don't have the answer.
Really? Philosophy now, here at this moment?
If not now, then when, George?
Oh, God. What is going through the mind of the Indy God right now?
Well, he's got that door set up in the corner across. Tarik lies in wait. Cardona almost going right through his own face.
Tarik just slamming his fist into Cardona's face.
And Cardona throwing his fingers right into the eyes of Tarik. Radio silence. Misses! Right in front of us here.
Holy wow!
Tarik now, middle rope. Knee connects right to the back of Cardona's neck. Brad Myers. 2, 3. Tarik has done it.
Wow!
Tarik has defeated Matt Cardona! Tarik, arguably with the biggest name on his hit list, now crossed off.
What else? If you're Tarik, what else do you need to do after you slay a god? I know. You gotta go for that Destiny Heavyweight Championship, baby. You gotta become the champion of the world.
Talk about championships. Just picked up that internet championship. Could that be a sign of things to come in the future? But Tarik, now knocking Matt Cardona off his list, can look to the future, and his future is one man, the Destiny World Wrestling Champion, Trent Seven.
Like I said, I called it earlier. If he wants to, in 1 week, Trent Seven versus Von Vertigo, he can easily make that a triple threat and cash in that reach for Destiny briefcase anytime he wants.
We gotta get him a mic. Take a man a mic.
Jamie's coming.
Jamie's got the good one. Tarik, a man of few words, has got something to say here.
Destiny Wrestling, that is what's up. Ever since I arrived on the scene here in Destiny Wrestling, it wasn't because a friend or two put in a word for me, man. It was because I have busted my ass. Every single match, hurt, not hurt, torn biceps, damaged knees. I have performed the best that I could, and I am in this ring, in the spot I am for a reason.
Can't disagree.
I wouldn't.
So we find ourselves in a situation now where there is going to be an inevitable time where I am Destiny World Champion.
Yeah, there it is.
I can't say I'm your biggest fan, but I'm not your enemy. But I do know one thing that I love, and that's professional wrestling. Punch, kick, chop, blood.
Big words from Tarik after the biggest victory of his Destiny career. And now he looks to the future. He's laid the gauntlet down. Could we see it in 7 days in Mississauga? Will he wait longer? You're gonna have to stay tuned and find out. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for joining us here for Destiny in Oshawa. I have been Kevin Caligari. He has been the Honorable George Mackay. He's been Jamie Franchuk. And we will see you all next time. Good night and Godspeed.